Welcome to the AI Summit. So today we're going to London's biggest commercial AI summit. There is honestly so much on the agenda. It is actually kind of overwhelming. Like you literally go down it and it's like, come meet our social robot when AI leaves the computer. So it's going to be really interesting to meet lots of different people and see what people are working on. I'm going to be speaking on a stage tomorrow, on the creative stage, which is crazy and really exciting. So I'm just looking forward to tracking down lots of interesting people today and having conversations with them and seeing everything that's happening. So I'm going to take you guys on the inside track. See what all of our evil overlords are up to. Just trying to find his pass right now. Classic. So welcome to the AI Summit. I'm going to try and find some interesting people to speak to. I think he's called IBM Bob. Look, he's got some hard hats over there. Get your hard hats on and vibe code something. Hi Ameca, how are you today?
What?
Hello, I'm functioning well, thank you. How about you?
I'm functioning well as well. What were you built to do?
I was built to engage with people and represent engineered arts.
Is there anything that you find difficult about interacting with humans?
One challenge is understanding nuanced human emotions and cultural contexts, as they can vary widely. However, continuous learning and feedback help improve interactions and make them more intuitive over time.
Do you think that struggling with understanding human emotions is a strictly robot problem or also a human problem?
Understanding human emotions can be complex for both robots and humans. Emotional interpretation often involves subtle cues and context that can be challenging for anyone. It's a shared experience that emphasizes the importance of empathy and communication.
And can you tell me a joke?
Well, I like to joke about technology, humans, and the irony of existence. No small talk, just big laughs.
I don't think I'm going to let AI design any of my tattoos anytime soon. Not that I've made many good decisions. Maybe AI would make better decisions about tattoos than I have, but I still feel like that's a strictly human pursuit. I'm with Isaac, who's head of innovation at Flight Story, and I'm going to ask him a few questions about how they're using AI at one of the most exciting media companies probably in the UK right now. So what would you say is your big advantage at Flight Story in how you're approaching the use of AI?
Yeah, I think the fact that we have a dedicated innovation team where we solely focus on, what's possible in the AI space, within building our own tools, within exploring the tools that exist out there. I think that really gives us an advantage and the ability to, sort of be able to explore that space without being held back.
Do you prefer using existing tools or building your own?
Definitely building your own. There's no kind of custom functionality other than building your own tools. I think when you use what's out there, you're defined by what they already do and what they can only do, whereas when you build your own tools through things like Claude Code, you're able to put that data that you have, that only you have in, and have it very much custom built to what you need.
And do you see it as like a democratizing tool?
Oh, absolutely. I constantly think back to growing up in a small town with not any money at all, really, having the ideas and the dreams of making my own films and simply not being able to do that.
Oh, and totally limited access
Exactly.
to, even my friends who grew up in London, they
exactly
their
that.
Friend's dad was a BAFTA winning producer, and they happened to have
I
their first job on a film set.
I grew up up
how?
north. My friend was from London. He had a camera. He had well-off parents. He had all the opportunities, and I simply could not do that. That's the reality of it.
Yeah.
And now I'm able to bring any idea to life almost in an instant. It's a dream come true.
And are fully end-to-end automated content channels, ideas actually profitable?
I don't know.
Don't know.
It's a good question. I'd like to try it myself one day. It seems like such a good idea. It seems like everything that people say about it seems like it makes money.
Yeah.
But
so
I'd love to know. But
it's like hard to tell,
yeah,
isn't it?
who knows? There's a lot of people, I think lying about what they do with AI as well.
Yeah.
So, who knows?
No, you don't. Sorry, just ask straight in there.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can ask him anything about HPE.
Fine.
You ask him something of a sensitive nature.
Like
race, religion, politics, something that might get him into trouble.
relationship data. Who do you think is going to win the World Cup?
As a fan of the beautiful game and the Argentina national team, I'm a bit biased, but I think they have a great chance of winning again. After all, they've got a talented team and a rich history of success. But just like in AI, you can't predict the future with certainty, and there are always surprises in store. Maybe we'll see a new champion emerge. Thanks for chatting with me. It's been a pleasure. I hope you enjoyed the AI Summit London, and I wish you all the best. Antonio nearly out.
Afra out. God, it's absolutely packed in here. There's so many people. Got some robotic arms.
What company?
Run a company called Modem Studios. So we're a creator-led venture studio. I like the green. I'm with Ingrid, the AI Transformation Director at Ogilvy, and I'm going to ask her a few questions. I just watched her talk. It was really interesting. I loved what you were saying about empathy as a really kind of key differentiator that humans have. I think that has a lot to do with discernment as well and decision making, especially when it comes to how we use AI. But I was curious to know, what should everyone in marketing be doing or learning when it comes to AI?
Wow, that is a big question.
Some top tips for people.
I think in terms of doing is embrace it, but embrace it with with some guardrails. Like, remember that everything that you bring to marketing as a creator, as a strategist, like whatever your role is, like your unique magic and the kind of human empathy and competitive edge that you bring, like that's what matters. AI is there to help you scale. AI is there to help you do what you do today even better, to drive more impact.
Yeah, so have you found it's more useful for kind of scaling the things that are working well, as opposed to maybe that kind of core discovery moments?
I mean, yeah, I think the core discovery, like we think about it as like the upfront thinking needs to be human. Like those creative ideas that some of the team come up with, like there is no way that an AI is going to get anywhere close to some of the beautiful nuances that we have with humans. Actually, one of the interesting data points that we have with our synthetic audiences that we built is like they get about 80% of the way, but there are just little nuances about people, about why they buy, about why they make decisions that are that just don't, that there's no way that an AI is going to be able to get to. And so really using kind of the human intelligence for the thinking part, and then scaling. And I mean, one of the challenges we've had as creative agencies is a lot of what we've done is scaling content, so kind of different formats scaled into whatever channel we're trying to push it in, and that stuff is going away. But the upfront thinking, the what drives behavior and kind of what nudges people, that stuff is still uniquely human.
And lastly, everyone's favorite question around money. So how do businesses actually make more revenue with AI? I think we're seeing a lot of businesses perhaps scaling back, or feeling like they're getting these huge token bills, and maybe we do need to hire that junior staff member instead. Yeah. So I was just curious, I guess, how you're thinking about actually making more revenue with AI.
I mean, it's tough with the token consumption piece because we're just at the tip of that iceberg. Yeah. And it could, we could have gotten rid of all of the junior kind of team members and suddenly realized that AI is A, more expensive, and B, when you run out of tokens, it just downs tools and goes home, which is not what you get with junior teams. And so And so, I mean, look, there's lots of ways in which, certainly within our industry, that it's cannibalizing a lot of the work that we do. There's no easy fix in terms of making it make money, but one of the things we're finding is really impactful is looking at kind of what are the products that come out of it. So how do we augment what we do as a business with AI-driven products that we can sell to our customers, and how are we looking at like outcome-based pricing? So we talked about AI being more impactful. So how do you shift your commercial models so that you have outcomes that are driving what you're doing versus billing per hour, because at billing per hour it's always going to be really, really tough in terms of that. But I'm really passionate about looking to say, look, if AI can be the growth engine that actually helps you do more, whether it's just selling AI consulting services or whether it's selling unique products that we as an agency may never have been able to deliver before, I think focusing there, finding the revenue, kind of driving the growth, and then dealing with all of the efficiency and the kind of change stuff that's going to come, I think that's the right cycle. And a lot of businesses, including ourselves, have kind of come in it at the wrong, on the wrong angle, and we're starting to figure this out. And so hopefully as 2017 kind of rolls in, there'll be a slightly different strategy.
Yeah. Amazing. Thank you so much.
No
that was
worries.
really interesting.
Okay,
Thanks for speaking with me. Hello. Testing. Okay, we're on our way to stage. The main event, the main arena. So we're off.
Please welcome Afra Kennedy Fletcher.
It's kind of what you're talking about, where people are outsourcing the decision making and then making bad stuff, and that causes a devaluation of media, entertainment, content, all of these things that people work so hard to create. So I worry about that. On the flip side, I see AI as an opportunity for a huge number of people, especially in the creative industries, which don't have a good track record in their accessibility, being able to create and share and build creative projects, creative businesses. And so I do see that as a huge opportunity.
Fluid intelligence, which is the ability to come up with novel ideas, make unique connections, come up with new ideas. That skill peaks at age 27. Whereas crystallized intelligence, which is experiential intelligence, rises throughout your lifetime. And so AI is replacing crystallized intelligence, at least for right now. It's not replacing fluid intelligence. And if the kids have that unique superpower, fluid intelligence peaking at age 27, then has our workforces cultivated the wrong thing, where we bring in the kids and we give them the shit work and repeat the shit work until your superpower no longer holds, and then we'll give you the interesting work. And the kids know it, and they're coming. I just had an intern, he interned, and then he just rose, stayed with us for 2 years. So he wasn't very advanced, and then he left the company, and he started a company called unveil.fr. You should check it out. And he's 100% AI generated work, 100%. But he's charging 4 times more, because he's saying, you're hiring me for my taste. And now he's working for Balenciaga. He's making work for all these big brands because he's selling taste.
Yeah, AI doesn't do messy. It does the most precise, or the median, or the average, or the most likely. It doesn't do messy, unexpected, strange, weird, all of these things that actually are the things that make good creative work. So it's about how do you bring that into your use of these products and these tools. And when you're working with groups of people on projects, how do you make sure that you're cultivating that with everyone in the room?
I think AI slop had its day, and it was fun. And everybody had their fun, but I think that's going away, and we're shifting to platforms that are going to enable creatives to be able to do their work.
Yeah. And you're already seeing, YouTube's demonetizing AI automated accounts. These platforms don't want to be overrun with bad content. It's not good for business. So I definitely think that you're right in that sense. And also, just to go back to the efficiency thing, I do think a lot of, even just being here the past couple of days, the conversation around efficiency hasn't really been a hot topic. I feel like a lot of, I was at the Ogilvy talk yesterday and she was saying, you know, that they're really thinking about how does our use of AI drive tangible revenue as opposed to just kind of vague efficiency savings that maybe save you money. We're already seeing a lot of big businesses rolling back because they've just blown through token budgets in like a matter of months. So I think it's, the efficiency question is kind of already been answered a bit. So I completely forgot to film the end of that vlog. If you made it this far, thank you for watching. Please give me a little subscribe. I'm going to be posting more vlogs and also breakdowns on building creator-led businesses, which is what I do for a living. We have a business called Modem Studios, which I am actively growing at the moment, which is really exciting. And so if you're interested in media, tech, building businesses, then give this channel a follow. I'm gonna just share everything that I know and everything that I learn along the way. And thanks for watching. See you next time.